So the Chevelle's on its way to Florida. And what else is on the way to Florida is Hurricane Milton.
I don't even know what I would do if something happened to the car. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, a part of me would just want to give up because, like, of course, something you get to spill your life into just gone, you know?
I mean, SEMA's in like a month, so we're definitely cutting it close. It's almost like the world does not want the Chevelle to be done between the fires here. We've had earthquakes like crazy out here, and now they're just insane, like never before seen hurricanes right where the car is headed to get finished.
It's one of those things where we're sitting there, we're like, okay, yeah, there's a hurricane, but it should be fine. Not a big worry. Like, the cars will be there, it'll be fine. And then watching the news, and I'm like, oh shit, this is getting a little scary.
I don't know if the driver's gonna miss the storm barely and get the car there. I don't know if he's gonna be fighting through the storm. I don't know if he's gonna get the front end of it. I have no idea. It's just like every obstacle that can get thrown at us has been, and now we got Mother Nature throwing it at us.
Yeah, we want to win. Of course we want to win. But you also know there's a lot of other things going on in the background that we can't control. You know, we don't know whose cars are going to be there. But at the end of the day, we know we're building a car that nobody's built before. And nobody's going to have the power plant to the interior to the wide body that we're doing. And, you know, if the car's done complete and done to our specs and we love it, then, hey, you know what? We won. We already won.
So out here at Avant-Garde in Florida, Chevelle's here. We're getting this thing all fixed up with the damage that it had.
So worst case scenario, Chevelle took a hit on the way down here to Florida. Front passenger side bumper came down, and then just in transit, you know, vibration and everything was just smacking against the fender and just KO'd the bumper and the fender. So perfect ending to what we needed. More work on our plate.
Getting this thing all wired up, got all the Dynamat going in. That's where this car will be at SEMA in the Dynamat booth. These guys really took care of us.
We originally planned to kind of stay in Florida for about a week. It's not looking like that. Just right off the rip with the whole front end needing to be repainted. Like, that's probably gonna take a week in of itself. Still have to put it together. We still have to get the car to start. It's probably gonna be about a whole 3 weeks that we're gonna be here, which is up to the very end.
You think you're done, and then you remember the 10 other things that you have to do. And when you're done with those, there's 10 more things that you have to do. So it's never ending. It's not for everybody, for sure.
So we got Jeremy and Miguel here going over all the paint colors for the interior on the Chevelle.
As far as the interior goes on the Chevelle, I mean, it's definitely complex. You know, they have to design the whole interior, get it 3D printed, wrap it, and put it in the car, and they got to do this in 3 weeks.
Everyone's plugging away. Everyone's giving 150%. Couldn't ask for more.
You know, it's not a basic interior by any means. I mean, they're using full, you know, Napa leather, which is something you find in a Rolls Royce.
A lot of work still to do. We're almost there. I mean, we're definitely feeling it. It's definitely been a time crunch here, but everyone's pulling their weight. You know, hiccups do happen.
If you have a plan, you might as well just throw in the trash, because the schedule, nothing matters. You know, you just got to keep going and doing and being able to just, there's an issue, well, let's find the solution to it, and we need like 3 other ones, because that solution's probably not going to work either.
I am definitely surprised that through this process, no one just threw in the towel. We had, you know, there's moments. I mean, there's moments where we kind of lost it with each other, and for like a couple seconds, but we snapped back into it like, hey man, like this is not who we are.
I think now with the way the economy is and the way everything's going in this country, I think everybody needs a shot. You know, it was a lot easier to start a business 30 years ago, 20 years ago, even 10 years ago. It's really hard now. And I think these group of guys have what it takes. And I think it'll, you know, these are the guys I want to invest in. If you guys want to know my opinion as of now, there's always going to be some rough spots that we're going to hit. Someone's going to get irritated, someone's going to get pissy, but at the end of the day, like, all this hard work will pay for itself as soon as you see the unveiling.
I'm just so impressed by everyone's effort to get the cars here. I know that the timeline that I put us all under really hindered a lot of things. You know, we all kicked ass. The biggest thing, cars are here. This year went by so fast, right? And we're here at SEMA, and both cars are here. Who would ever thought? If you had asked me 5 days ago if this was gonna happen, I would have probably told you no. We pushed hard to make this, you know, to make this Battle of the Builders thing happen. And shit happens, you know what I mean? This is what it's about. I mean, we can't beat ourselves up. Cars are here, cars look great. I had to pull the plug on us participating in Battle of the Builders. We had an issue with the starter, no time to get a new one, no time to change it. And I just decided, you know what? It's a disservice to us, disservice to the car, and a disservice to other builders that are out there.
It's a huge thing for the company, no matter what. Yes, the car didn't get into Battle of Builders, and there's a lot going on, but already what this is going to bring for our company is a whole different perspective.
I can't wait to see what this thing does for us.
Oh yeah, when this cover comes off, dude, it's going to be life-changing. Pulling out of Battle of the Builders is a letdown in some forms. I'm super excited the car is here, and that's all that really matters, but I was really excited to see what would happen.
We've been getting so many wins and like lucky and lucky and lucky. I was like, dude, at some point, it's gonna come bite us.
If the only luck that bit us in the ass, what you're talking about, is that we didn't enter it, I'm okay with that.
That's a win.
Our reasoning for taking it out of Battle of the Builders, I mean, don't get us wrong, we would totally love to, you know, compete in that, and, you know, everyone's car there is legit, and it would be fun to kind of just throw blows with them as well, you know, and hey, look at our car, look at your car, whatever, right?
The car finished in Florida, what, Saturday at 7:30 you guys were out?
No, we left at 11.
11 p.m. Saturday from Florida, drove straight. How long did it take you guys? 42 hours?
Yeah, like 43. I'm not that let down that we're not going to be in Battle of the Builders. You have to run the car and drive it, and we just don't have the... We literally, if we had an extra week, the car would have been moving.
Spencer, you saved it. There was no way this car was
Wasn't gonna happen.
Only thing I was like,
You took us to that finish line to get the cars here.
Car would have been stuck in Florida right now.
Yeah, you
went through blizzards, bro.
drove through blizzards, rainstorms, lightning storms.
Shorts and t-shirt in the snow, like, oh my God.
It's an accomplishment just to be here at SEMA with these cars. That the cars are even here on the floor together is just, it's a win in my book, right? We took on a big task to complete these cars in a year. We're here, cars are here, they look great, and I think we're gonna make a pretty impactful statement.
3, 2, 1.
I'm really glad all you guys are here because I got a chance to see this car yesterday, and it is absolutely absurd.
So we're here at this moment where we're about to pull the cover off the car, you know, and expose the car to the world. It's just crazy to me to think that we are literally minutes away from making it or breaking it.
Basically makes everything I've ever done feel like absolute trash. It's perfect. It's perfect in every way.
We're new, and we've talked about it, you know, and we need something to set us apart, and whether that's good or bad, people could decide that one, you know, but for us, that was kind of the whole thing with this whole car, is setting us apart. So unveiling the car is when they're gonna see what sets us apart.
SEMA, do you want the cover off of this thing? I said, do you want the cover off of this Chevelle?
We're basing this off of one car to be the push for our entire future, which is terrifying. I mean, we decided to put our hearts and souls into a car for a year to show exactly what we could do with no idea what would happen, if it would get finished, and how it would be.
5, 4, 3.
You know, my heart's racing. I'm nervous, I'm excited. I mean, we see it, we know how crazy it is, but are we gonna get that same reaction from everyone else? We don't know.
Pull that thing up! Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Double! Let's go! Let's go! This thing is absurd. Once you get close to this thing, you start to see, but like, especially like, are we gonna get in the rocker panel? Yeah. This is like my favorite part here. This rocker panel is also the exhaust, but it's 3D printed stainless, right?
Yep, so you have, so on the exhaust, you have the downpipe, right? So how do you get a rectangle tube into round? So all the downpipes here is all 3D printed. And if we go back there to where the exhaust tip is, that's 3D printed as well.
Everyone is just mind blown. You don't really, by looking at it, yeah, you see this crazy machine, right? But you really don't know what's in depth in there until you like really sit there, you look at it, point it out, point down in crevices to show people like what's really there. You know, it's just, the more you look at it, the more your mind just gets blown on this car.
First things first, man. I read about what's behind Doughboy, but I gotta know what's going through the mind of a person to come up with Doughboy, man.
So, I mean, it was definitely a group effort, you know, with the team on, hey, what can we come up with that's so out there, so crazy for our first go around here at SEMA?
Tell me a little bit about this build and what possessed you to think about building this thing.
Man, we literally started the shop a year ago. We built this car in a year, so we kind of just did everything super extreme as much as we could, and we want to build cars that are completely just wild and off the rails, you know?
I think wild is the right word for this. Now I'm gonna flip my camera around so you can take a look at this.
We're getting so much interest from, you know, all these YouTube channels, influencers that want to, you know, document the car, want to, you know, learn about it, see what it's about. And for all of us to, you know, each do our own interviews with different people and really showcase what we did for the past year and talk about it now and enjoy it and let other people enjoy it. That's what this was about, you know, to show what we can do.
What about the diffuser, man? That's also like a wild
This
thing.
is actually one of the craziest parts of the car. So, well, the diffuser is actually the fuel cell of the car.
Yeah?
It's machined from one giant piece of billet.
No way.
It's about 29 gallons. It's such a crazy part of the car. It's actually the whole like rear crossover.
Man,
it's a structural part of the car
you killed me right now. Like, you killed me. No, I mean,
even to clean it up on the side.
To actually sit back and stand and walk around the car and see it, yeah, it's pretty incredible. Like, to know that like a year ago, this thing looked like a demolition derby car. It was a bare body in like primer and just, yeah, it's insane.
All the panels inside are all 3D printed. The seats are out of a BMW M3, so full carbon seats. You have billet A pillars, billet B pillars, the C pillar in the back, that's all billet. The harness bar is billet, door bars are billet.
We've talked about it, but talking about something and actually seeing it is two different things. When you're talking about it, it's like, okay, that's a pipe dream, right? That'll never flourish. Like, you're like, no, it's really happening. Like, this is what's happening. People still see it and think it's not real, you know, but, you know, it's here, it's definitely real.
There is so much detail to go into on it. You'll probably need to spend about, I don't know, 6 weeks going through all of it, but damn, it is amazing.
I think the Chevelle definitely proves that you can do some pretty wild stuff in a very short time frame. The whole 3D printing process has made that Chevelle a thing, you know, and especially in a year. There's just a lot of one-piece billet stuff on this car that you could just keep staring and staring. You might have to come back and look at it, but it's pretty amazing. Everything is just, I don't know, it's designed in the computer, so you get to get away with a lot of things and just make it come true, which is really nice.
So anybody betting against us who said like, nah, that's not gonna happen, there's no way. All I can say, proof is in the pudding. Car's there, and it is what we say it is. So, I mean, what can you say now? I mean, to be honest with you guys, I'm not a fan of running this stock core support, these inner fender wells. Just to me, like even the firewall, it's way too plain.
It's not doing us justice.
Yeah, I mean, we could scan up the front. You can get a I'm pretty sure you can knock something out super quick, you know? Take that firewall out. We'll have Justin mock something up in here. I think it'd be super dope if we got rid of like sheet metal inner fender wells like this. Car's carbon, right? So we can have Justin make a structure in here, right? Have these carbon, put the radiator in, and have him make a piece here that covers all this, so get rid of this big open area, right?
Yeah.
And then we can get all that made in carbon.
The ultimate goal is to sell this car. We selected the Blazin Rodz vehicle because we wanted it to be in the booth in order to sell it. This is an opportunity for Hemmings to use its email database, its social media following, its thousands of registered bidders and buyers to ultimately be able to take this vehicle home. And that's why we selected Blazin Rodz. To be able to work with such a talented team of young builders is really a highlight for us.
So to have the Charger here in the Hemmings booth today, I mean, it's an accomplishment, you know? I've seen what cars are in there in the past. I mean, for instance, Jason's, that F600 he has, it was in their booth last year. And that's a rolling piece of art, that truck.
But also having the vehicle here and being able to list it for sale and have an opportunity, somebody could actually buy this and take it home. We have the $875 listed amount, but people can start having those conversations now.
We are new. It's not like we're like, oh yeah, $875,000, that ain't gonna do much. This pushes us forward, and we need to do that so that we can keep building crazy shit like we have.
We are so thrilled to have this car from Blazin Rodz. I've been following along on Instagram with Scotty and the crew. I know you saw the incredible Doughboy over there in the Dynamat booth, but here at Hemmings, we think we got something really special.
So whoever's gonna be fortunate enough to obtain the Charger at the end of all of this, I mean, they're not only walking away with a badass car, they're also walking away with, I feel, it's kind of Dodge history.
Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Absolutely incredible.
You have the first chassis on for a car. You have the first body for the car. I mean, it's a #1 car. And I know even if I had the opportunity to have something even remotely like that, I wouldn't care. I'd be like, I need it.
So I really thought the Charger was gonna get lost in the limelight of the Chevelle, but it's not. It's holding its own. The reaction on the Charger is, you know, it's impeccable. I mean, people are loving it. Just the color scheme on the car is just something you really don't see. You know, you have the carbon fiber, but then you have it, you know, with a candy black cherry on it, which gives it this red wine color, which that's where we came up with the nickname Sangria.
Amazing. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a work of art. How long has it taken you guys to create this?
So it took about a year. So yeah, so we built 2 cars in a year to try to make it here for SEMA. So we started in October last year, at the end of October, I should say, and now we're here, and we made it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm sure there's a lot of challenges that you face when creating this beauty. What would you say was the biggest challenge of all?
Time.
I started in my dad's shop just because my dad had a lot of kids and he didn't really have money for a daycare, so our daycare was his shop.
You're like me on steroids.
He's been doing it for a long time now.
Yeah.
These inner fenders right here are 3D printed. It also is the intake for the turbo.
Wow, that's beautiful.
My relationship with my dad, he's my best friend. Yeah, he's the man. Like, I don't know, I wouldn't be who I am if it wasn't for my dad. My dad was always tinkering and doing projects, and I was always there with him doing it.
I love the framing.
That is all.
When you were younger, you were already doing stuff like that. I remember that.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, you were.
I've been obsessed with the computers forever because of you.
It is my fault. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Look what you did, though. I taught him how to build computers, and that's one of the big things that actually kind of helped him, because from that, he's built his own computers, and he actually went crazier, you know, to that 3D printer world.
All the downpipe right there, that's all 3D printed stainless steel.
Oh, wow.
We made our own clamp right here.
Wow. So you did all that 3D printing?
This is all 3D printed. Stainless steel.
You're a weirdo.
It's all one piece. It's pretty wild.
What happened to you?
I don't know, Pops.
I love it. This is beautiful, son. This is good job. Good job. I actually haven't seen Waylon in about 3 years. Gorgeous.
D pillars all one-piece machined. If you notice, all that is all drawn. This whole car's drawn on the computer.
Wow. I'm so proud of him because, you know, he's really came a long ways. So in that 3 years from when I've seen him before to now, well, God darn it, look what he's done. I'm flabbergasted. You have a great vision. Your vision is great.
That's 3D printed too, that exhaust tip, stainless steel, 3D printed.
It's beautiful. This is absolutely gorgeous.
I feel like it doesn't really happen. It almost seems kind of like a movie or something, you know? It's a little weird, but like, I love it. It's really cool, and I'm really glad he got to experience it and be there on his like company time and also see it because he's in the industry as well, you know? It's just, it's like surreal, dude. It's really strange. It's a beast, all carbon fiber, 1450 drive shaft. It's literally got a Pro Mod drivetrain in it.
Nice.
It's a little extreme for sure.
Well, you know, go big and go home, right? That's this car for sure. I'm lucky. I am so lucky right now. It's crazy. So I can't even say how happy I am to be here right now, to be with this boy.
It's nice seeing people appreciate it because you're like, oh, your hard work's finally getting appreciated.
Well, yeah, it's off the hook, dude. It's off the hook. This is really important. This is very important. You know, you only get one of these, and I'll never forget it for the rest of my life. Dude, I'm so proud of you, son.
It's pretty sick.
I'm so proud of you.
Thanks. I definitely feel like it's like more of a genuine I'm proud of you because like the Chevelle is a mofo, you know, it's an insane beast. It's not just like, oh, you did good, son, you know, like I got the vibe that he was blown away by seeing how the car is, you know, and there's like, what? Like my offspring was a part of that thing, you know, like what? No way.
I think we have to go out like that door, like right here. Second to last day of SEMA, someone comes over to the car, or comes to talk to us and says, hey, you guys have to come to the SEMA stage. I don't know. I don't know what it's about. I don't know if it's for SEMA Live. I have no idea.
We know it's like the SEMA like award like stage. We don't know what it's for, but we're all obviously like pumped. We're like, what award is it? You know, like, and I honestly don't really know what awards like SEMA has.
The Best Engineered Vehicle Award really represents what we think is the best execution of automotive passion, leveraging the best technologies to make that possible and bring dreams to life.
So we're standing there and the head of OEM product development hops on the mic and he starts talking about, you know, a lot of things that are like kind of familiar to what we have going on.
And it's an honor, I think, even for SEMA to be able to host that level of vehicle and execution at our show. So with that, why don't we move it on and introduce the gentleman from Blazin Rodz. Come on over and tell us a little bit about their vehicle.
He announces the winner of, you know, the best engineering vehicle, and he says, you know, I'd like to congratulate Blazin Rodz, and we kind of like, we all looked at each other and like, us? Are you sure?
On behalf of SEMA, I'd like to award to you the Best Engineered Vehicle Award for 2024. Really an amazing show.
Hearing that this Chevelle has won Best Engineered Vehicle of the Year for SEMA is pretty insane. This is the actual SEMA members, and I mean, they've seen every car there. They know what's going on, and for us to win that award is pretty insane.
Everything on that car, you might not even know if it's 3D printed, but it is. The car's it's a beast when it comes to technology.
For the Chevelle to win the Best Engineered Vehicle of the Year award is crazy. Like, that is crazy. Like, I don't care about Battle of the Builders anymore. Like, that is, to me, man, that's like, I feel like we won like everything. Like that's like an award OEMs with, you know, multi-billions of dollars of R&D can come up with.
You guys are a relatively small shop. How does it make you guys feel to be standing amongst all of these companies?
Winning Best Engineered Vehicle of the Year at SEMA is just, it's like, we made it. It makes us go from all the way at the bottom to coming up to the top and reaching some of those people I never thought we'd be next to.
We started this car in October last year, so we're a little bit over a year with this car, and we all been working on it every day, 7 days a week. So many people involved on this. I kind of wish we could have the body off so they can see how much work and details underneath. But yeah, we're just definitely honored to be here and to accept this award.
This is just, you know, it's a surreal moment for us. You know, we all put our, you know, our best foot forward, and, you know, to make this happen and to receive this award is, you know, I never expected it. I really didn't. But now to pull out with this is just like, couldn't ask for more Cinderella finish.
How wide is wide on a wide body?
Wide.
I mean,
because
I want it to be noticeable. I don't want like a fiberglass or carbon wide body. I'm talking about like steel wide body, like a coach worked wide
in
body.
14 months, huh? Has it even been done?
Having that best engineered vehicle trophy sitting in front of the Chevelle, stepping back and to just taking it all in, soaking it all in, you know, it's like what we did meant something, right? We pulled something off that probably a lot of people had doubts that we can, you know, that we can do.
What that trophy represents for the team is we got to keep our game up. That's a very high bar to obtain, and we obtained it.
Yeah, Battle of the Builders is cool, but I think getting that award from SEMA, which can be given to anyone at the show, is the coolest thing you could ever accomplish.
This is only the beginning ride, you know what I mean? It's and to have this first go around is pretty impressive. So a year ago, I had a dream, you know, to be standing where we are right now. I saw it happen, I envisioned it.
New shop, no equipment. Like, we literally rose from like straight trenches, dude. Like, and then like there's
We
this.
chiseled the wheels.
Yeah, bro, like literally. And then like to win that on top of like, that's awesome. I love that. But that is our trophy right there. Like, I have no idea how we pulled that off. It's amazing that we did, you know, and it's amazing we pulled off, you know, the best engineering award, especially with a new team, a new shop. It almost seems like a movie, like, oh, wow, like they didn't win Battle of the Builders. If it's like a love story, it's like, hold on, there's something better, you know?
We didn't even expect that was a possibility, so it's pretty wild. And then to see it in one piece, somehow, in 99% complete, yeah, it's not something that you could normally just accomplish without tons of hard work. Definitely never, in all my 27 years, I've never like gotten this close to people in this amount of time. It helps that we would see each other like all day long, like 12 to 20 hours a day.
You know, you guys have taken, if you want to even call it a resto mod anymore,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To the next level.
Right.
So I feel like now we have like a magnifying glass on us of like what's next.
12 months ago, Ricardo, my dad and I came together to do this crazy idea. Looking back 12 months ago to where we are now, I would have called us all crazy, but we pulled something off that not many people can do, and it turned out even better than I could ever imagined.
I say it's time to have some fun. What do you say we go drive this thing?
100%.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go. Never would I thought that this was going to be as big as it is in just 1 year. I learned, you know, from Jason before even starting this, can't do it by yourself. You need a team. For all of us to be able to come together and trust one another for this process is why we are here.
Ready? Ready to take this thing for a rip? Well, I mean, hopefully we don't end up in a Christmas tree, but let's do it.